When you and your spouse get in the car or on a plane to take off for a few days or maybe even a week or so, and you're leaving your minor children at home, do you ever get that nagging thought about, hey, do we have everything in place? Do we have enough insurance? Do we have a will? Who did we name in our old will as the guardians for our children if something happened to us while we were gone? I know I've had those thoughts, even as an estate planning attorney. It always goes through my head. And so, as an estate planning attorney, I understand what you're feeling, and I understand that it can feel a lot better when you drive away if you've got a plan and you know that that plan has been updated and it has exactly what you need. At Platt Law, what we like to focus on with our clients that have minor children is making sure that they have documents in place, that they have a solid plan in place to ensure that, number one, if something were to happen to them suddenly, those kids are never taken out of the home and never placed in foster care or with child protective services for any amount of time if they don't need to be. We have documents and we have planning that is put in place to make sure that that is the first priority, that the kids are always taken care of and with the people that you would trust them to be with, and not some stranger who doesn't have your kids' best interests at heart. And number two, if you're gone permanently because of an unfortunate death or accident, that those kids are raised by the people who you would trust most. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's some siblings, but maybe it's a friend. A lot of times people come in and they say, well, we've got to make sure that these kids go to our family because that would be very hurtful for them to go to someone other than the family. And it's important to think through those decisions and ask yourself, who would raise these kids the way we would want them to be raised? You don't really need to worry about how your family would feel. I mean, sure, you want to consider those things, but the most important thing is those kids and who's going to raise them the right way. And then also, is there going to be a plan in place to make sure that there's enough money so that those kids have opportunities to go to school, to maybe go on a church mission or travel the world or do those things that you had planned on doing for them anyway. Maybe it was saving for college or providing for a first wedding or maybe multiple weddings if needs be. But is there a pool of money available, and who's going to be in charge of that money? Is it going to be the courts? Because that's the default in most cases. Or is it going to be somebody you trust? Or is it going to be the person who is raising those kids? And if so, does that create something of a conflict of interest to have the people raising the kids also having access to the kids' money? So these are all questions that need to be considered and very carefully thought through and then documented. And it's more than just naming somebody in the will as, Billy and Janie, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, are going to be the ones to raise my kids. That's a good start, but it's certainly not enough. And so if you'll come in and work with us, we can help you understand all of the different aspects of planning for minor children to make sure that your estate plan covers all of that. So I look forward to meeting you guys. I hope you come in and talk to us. Thanks.